and the incoming presidency of Donald Trump's, given that the whole of his cabinet have been so rude about him.
In today's update, we'll delve into a critical announcement from Nigel Farage that has sparked significant debate across the United Kingdom. Alongside this, we'll explore the latest developments on political decisions, economic issues, and even royal family dynamics. Let's unpack what's happening and why it matters. Farage takes a stand on British sovereignty. Nigel Farage has voiced strong opposition to the ongoing transfer of the Chagos Islands from British to Mauritian control, labelling it a betrayal of national sovereignty.
And the ambition of the European Union was actually to become the world's leading superpower.
During a live television appearance, Farage expressed his dissatisfaction, stating, "The Chagosians themselves don't want this. They prefer British rule over Mauritian governance." He further suggested that the implications of this decision could strain international relations, particularly with the United States. Farage highlighted concerns over the potential shift in US foreign policy following the upcoming presidential elections. He noted, "I always suspected that a change in American leadership could lead to a different perspective on this issue. Today, my concerns seem justified." He emphasized the strategic importance of Diego Garcia, a key military base within the Chagos archipelago, which has been described by US officials as critical to national security. US perspectives and political allies Farage revealed insights from his discussions with influential figures in American politics, including Mike Waltz, a former Special Forces soldier and congressman, and Steve Bannon, a prominent voice on the American right. According to Farage, Waltz has been tapped as National Security Advisor under Donald Trump's potential new administration, subject to Senate approval. Waltz previously likened the Chagos transfer to the controversial US withdrawal from Bagram Air Base, calling it a grave misstep.
I can tell you that the incoming National Security Advisor, Mike Waltz, has form on this, right back.
Meanwhile, Bannon underscored Diego Garcia's unparalleled strategic importance, describing it as the most vital island in the world for American interests. Despite reassurances from UK ministers that the US supports the handover, Farage predicted this narrative might soon crumble. Farmers fight back against tax changes. Farage also turned his attention to domestic issues, warning of growing unrest among British farmers over proposed changes to inheritance tax. The new rules would impose a 20% tax on inherited farmland valued at over £1 million, prompting fears of significant financial strain on the agricultural community. This isn't just about money, it's about preserving Britain's agricultural heritage, Farage argued. He highlighted the disconnect between land value and farming profits, stating, "A farm worth millions might only generate modest annual profits."
The biggest expenditure is raising the threshold to 20,000. That means if you're on benefits now...
These changes could force families to sell their land, disrupting generational traditions. Farmers aged over 80 may be exempt, but Farage stressed that this concession does little to address the broader issue. Drawing a historical parallel, Farage referenced the 2,000 farmers' protests over fuel prices, which resulted in severe shortages and marked a low point in Tony Blair's tenure as Prime Minister. "Don't underestimate the power of farmers," he cautioned. "If they mobilise, the impact could be significant." National insurance controversy heats up. The government faced backlash over misleading claims about tax policy, particularly concerning national insurance.
I mean, never before had anybody got so many votes for so little reward. But we're looking this time.
A post on HM Treasury's social media platform was swiftly deleted after it falsely suggested that the new Labour government had not raised taxes on working people. Chancellor Rachel Reeves had announced in her autumn budget that national insurance contributions for employers would increase from 13.8% to 15%, with the tax threshold also being lowered. Despite this, the Treasury initially insisted it had upheld its pledge not to increase taxes on workers. The post's removal followed widespread criticism from Conservative and Reform MPs, who demanded clarification and an apology. Reform MP Rupert Lowe praised the deletion of the misleading post but called for greater accountability. "It's a step in the right direction, but we need a full correction and acknowledgement of the truth," he said. Similarly, Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride urged ministers to ensure transparency moving forward. Royal strains amid personal challenges. Shifting to royal matters, reports suggest King Charles continues to grapple with a strained relationship with Prince Harry, who has not publicly acknowledged the monarch's 76th birthday. Biographers speculate that unresolved tensions and Harry's ongoing legal battles with the government contribute to the frosty dynamic. Insiders suggest the royal family has opted to avoid confronting these issues for the time being, citing concerns over the king's health. King Charles is under immense pressure, one source noted. The family is focused on reducing stress, and now is not the time for difficult conversations. While some hope for reconciliation, the rift remains a significant narrative in royal circles. A nation at a crossroads, from debates over sovereignty and security to domestic policy disputes and royal family dynamics, the United Kingdom finds itself at a pivotal moment. Farage's commentary underscores a broader theme. Decisions made today could have lasting repercussions for the nation's future. As always, feel free to share your thoughts on these important topics in the comments below. And if you haven't already, you're welcome to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay informed on important issues. Thank you for joining us today, and see you in the next video.